Hey guys, just wanted to give you a quick heads up because I found this entry in my calendar and it says 2,300 days until the 2028 Passover. Now, this is concerning this prophecy from Daniel where he talks about unto 2,300 days, and then shall the sanctuary be cleaned or cleansed. So that means for 2,300 days, the sanctuary must be dirty in God's eyes. So this means for 6 years and about 3.5 months, the Temple Mount in God's eyes shall be dirty. So we know the Antichrist is going to sit there for 3.5 years claiming to be God, a clone of Jesus sitting on the throne of David inside the temple of God, saying that he is God. So for 3.5 years it's going to be abominated anyway. So, but this prophecy says for 6 years and 3.5 months, the sanctuary, the Temple Mount is going to be dirty. So what I did was sort of think that if the two witnesses are going to be crucified or killed after they've finished their 1,260 day, which is 3.5 years prophecy, and then they're killed by the Romans in Jerusalem, a bit like Jesus was. They, in Jerusalem, like Jesus was, they raised from the dead after 3.5 days, like Jesus did, and then they ascend on a cloud into the heaven, like Jesus did as well. So I was thinking, well, if this was to take place on the Passover, like Jesus was, the first day of Passover. So this marker that I put in the calendar is actually 2,300 days until the Passover day of 2028. So it would, today would be, basically 2,300 days until Passover 2028. But there's a bit of a problem because I catch myself even when I was talking about Blue Kachina and the Hopi prophecy. Hang on. When I was talking about Blue Kachina and the Hopi prophecy, they talk about the 7 years of tribulation before the great purification of the earth. I would say that Jesus putting his feet on the ground and ruling the earth was the day of purification. Do you know what I mean? But this day of the second passing of the throne, if this makes sense now, would be here, the first day of Passover. That would be the end of Daniel's 1,290 days. Right? So, look at it another way. This day of Passover, the first day, which is actually the preparation day during Jesus' time, from now, today, until this day in 2028, there is 2,300 days. But like I said, if the purification and the sanctuary being cleansed is the day he actually touches down on earth, then we have to go to Daniel, the other prophecy of Daniel that says, blessed is he who waits and comes at the 1,335 days, which is actually just 45 days after Passover, after the first day of Passover. Because in the first coming, Jesus died a couple of hours before the first day was over. He was dead for 3.5 days and then he rose. That takes you actually into day 5. And then he's with the apostles for 40 days. And that matches Daniel's prophecy as well, 45 days. Because it says in Acts 1:11 that same Jesus which was taken up from you into heaven in a cloud shall so come in like manner as you have seen him go into heaven. In other words, that same Jesus ascended on a cloud So when he returns at Armageddon and defeats them, he will descend on a cloud. But I just thought, well, okay, well, what if he comes at the same time? What if he descends the same time of the year, let's say, as he ascended? And when did he ascend at the first coming? It was 45 days after the first day, which was the preparation day of the Passover, of the crucifixion. And because Daniel's prophecy is about the time of the end, he says there'll be 1,290 days until the end, but Jesus will actually return at the 1,335 days. So, basic terms, I know this is quite confusing, but from today until this time of Passover, there'll be 2,300 days. So what I'm looking at now is a window of, quite simply, 45 days until we get to the point where, hey, it'll be 2,300 days until the Ascension-Descension day, 45 days after the other one. So we have a 45-day window now of where I'll be looking for the fulfillment of this coming prophecy, where it'll begin for the Temple Mount to be dirty. Serious, straight up. So, to be precise though, it's here, February 6th. That is when there will be from there, there'll be 2,300 days until Passover plus 45 days, which would actually be Ascension Day, quite simply. 2,300 days till 2028 Ascension Day. So, yeah, from now, which is a marker, until then, 45 days on from now, I'll be looking for a window of something taking place. I'm serious about this now. Serious about something taking place on the Temple Mount, in which, in God's eyes, could make it dirty. And I know I'm going on a bit, but what I thought in my own mind is that it could just be ownership, or who has control over the Temple Mount. For 2,000 years now, it's been pretty much in the control of Muslims. Nearly 500 years ago, they started rebuilding Jerusalem. They still own the Temple Mount today. Jordan own it. It's not owned by the Jew or controlled by the Jews, and it's not owned and controlled by the Romans either. The United Nations do not have control over that Temple Mount. But, and it's interesting, when Barack Obama, Satan, left office, one of the last things he does was actually at this same time now that we're on, he actually tried to say that the Jews had no right to the history of the Temple Mount in December 2016, almost like a last sort of effort. And yeah, it was kind of around the time that, like I said, you'd be watching the Temple Mount. So, yeah, just keep watch, and like I said, a bit of a window, so you might see things start to happen, maybe a month from now, concerning the Temple Mount. Anyway, I've talked too much now. I've been Pastor Prophet Justin Roberts from End of the Age Bible Prophecy. God bless you all. Keep watch. Amen.